something long that you can use as a strap if you don't have a strap. Perfect. So today we're going to work on Warrior Two. We're going to really break that pose down and just make sure we understand all the components of it. So while we've got some people just getting ready, I'm just going to demonstrate Warrior Two for those of you who maybe aren't super familiar with it. So ideally, you're going to have both heels in one line, or possibly your front heel in line with the back arch of your foot. Either way is fine. I think there's a little more ease when your heels are in line though. So try heels in line first. And then arms come out here. Good. Demo. Yep, just giving them a quick demo. So from here, a couple things we're going to check on: the knee right over the ankle. Another thing that can bring ease is, instead of opening fully on the hips, you can internally rotate your back hip towards the front of the room, because that's going to help your knee falling inward or outward. We don't want either of those for your ankle. Rotated. Now you have to twist your chest, twist your rib cage back to the front of the room, and then your arms can come up and out. So this is the pose we're going to be working on today. You'll gaze over your left middle fingers. So that's where we're going to get to. We're going to learn everything that goes into that as we go. So starting today, we'll be in seated position. So we're all going to take any comfortable seat that works for you. So it could be crisscross on your knees, or maybe your legs are out in a V. They could be bent and feet planted, whatever feels good. Good. And then really make sure you lengthen your spine and roll the shoulder blades down and back. And then close your eyes and just breathe your natural breath. You're not changing your breath. You just allow it to flow in and flow out. And as thoughts come in your mind, and they will, just know that if you return your focus to your breath, then the thoughts can gently drift away. The more you focus internally on what's happening inside your body, the less your mind wanders. Good. Now you'll take your arms out by your sides, and on your next inhale, you're going to inhale, arms go up overhead, palms meet, and then exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms up, palms meet. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, palms meet. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Then inhale, arms up overhead. This time you're going to interlace all your fingers, and then if it's available, go ahead and turn your palms to the ceiling. If that's not available to you, that's okay. Just keep palms face down. So whatever's there. And then you're going to inhale, really reach your shoulders up towards your ears, and exhale, relax them back down. Good. Inhale, up, exhale, relax. Inhale, up, exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale, arms up, exhale, relax. Good. Now next, keep your hands as they are, and you're going to bring them right about shoulder height. And now we're going to do very similar motions. So you squeeze shoulder blades together this time. Try to keep your elbows straight the whole time. And on your exhale, you'll lengthen your arms out long, stretch your shoulders away from each other. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, open. Good. Continue this motion and try to make sure it's only your shoulders moving. Your elbows aren't moving. The rest of your spine is not moving. It's just your shoulders. Good. Last time, you're going to inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. And then exhale, reach them away from each other. And as you reach them away from each other, pay attention to the sensations in your spine. And just notice, hi, you're Celeste. Nice to meet you. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, no problem. So your arms being, or your shoulder blades being away from each other is where we're going to be in your warrior two. You're going to go ahead and release your arms down by your sides now. Good. And then you're going to inhale and take your right arm up. And as you exhale, side bend. Now on your exhales, today we're going to really focus on keeping everything long. So this side that's reaching, stretching is really long, but also the opposite side is super long. So maybe you bend your elbow to bring you down, but you're not arching. We're not bringing in this big arch. You're going to have a nice long spine on each side. And then maybe you can bring it a little lower with just a bend of the elbow. Good. And now you're going to come back to center. Place your right hand down, left arm up. Keep that length on both sides of your body and bend your elbow as you lean to the side. It's not that arching your back is a bad thing in this side bend. It's that today we want a nice long spine. Good. Then you're going to come back to center. And then your arms are going to be out to your sides, but a little bit low, not quite a T. And then you're going to inhale here and exhale, twist right hand to the left knee. And inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. And continue this motion. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. So in Warrior Two, your twist is not going to be this big. However, it's just good to warm up. Good. And two more times on each side. Right knee, center, left, and last one. Good. Then come back to center. And now you're going to take your feet planted on the mat, somewhat wide, as best you can. They don't have to be super planted. And your hands come back behind you. Perfect. And we find if you set up right next to this heater, you'll stay plenty warm, so maybe long that way. But your hands back behind you to support you. And then you're going to windshield wiper your legs, either direction. 2, 3. We'll go for 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So from here, go ahead and try and set your legs down as they are in that windshield wiper shape. And I'm just going to move so you guys can see me from the front. So your back knee should be aiming for the side of, let's see. Perfect. So if you guys are there, yep, so that's a great, you guys are both in perfect adjustment. It's going to look different than me because I'm long ways. So this is good. So you want your back knee to point towards the side wall, or if you're long ways, it's going to point the short edge of the mat. If you are on the intended the other way, then you're going to be to the long edge of it. Good. From here, before you put both feet here, windshield wiper fast there. So from here, you're going to leave your back on the ground, lift your knee. We're going to do that 5 times. So 1, and try not to support yourself, lean. 3, good. 4, good. 5, and then hold there. And then pick one. and just lower. And you guys go ahead with that leg down, and we'll just your back leg is now evenly rotated towards the front of your body. So this is in your warrior two. So we're working those muscles to support that by lifting and lowering the knee. And go ahead and place your knee down. And now you can join us together. Now, next, what we're going to do is pick up your whole leg, including your foot. So again, have your hands here to support you. And then you're going to naturally, intuitively kind of lean a little bit, but really try to avoid the leaning. Really support yourself with your hands as you pick up your leg and put it back down. And pick it up and put it back down. And last time, that's it. Okay. And just 3 times. So that's it for that one. Good. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your body and fold straight ahead of you. And just kind of release in your hips. Great folding. Very nice. And then walk your hands back up. And now both feet planted ahead of you. And notice, remember what leg was in front. So I had my right leg in front that time. Hands come back behind you. And now we're going to windshield wiper about 5 or 6 times so that your left leg will be in the front. So windshield wiper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will put me so that my left leg is in the front. And now I'll face a different direction so you guys can see differently. Or here, I'll face this way. There we go. Good. Then from here, hands can support you, but trying not to lean. Yes, beautiful. Alignment looks great. Great, ladies. Leave your back foot on the ground and lift your knee and lower. Knee and lower. 3 and lower. 4. Lower. Last time. 5. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Down. Relax for just a moment. Good. Back foot is just 2 out leg. Just do the knee one more time. Go 3. Lift the back foot. If that's to your leg, then so yes, a little bit is normal. Trying to reach 1, 2, 3, and back down. Good. And in front of you, forward. Get great hips as we fold full way. Center. Swing both legs long. Make sure to have a thigh if you have a strap. So I got out here for you. Okay. I'll leave that. And then you'll also in your top scarf, whatever happened. A little closer. So then you'll come to lie back and reclined pigeon, or sometimes it's referred to for, where you take and place it on your left. Good. See if you can reach through your hands. Another great start is just feet. Good. Pull your left closer and press your right knee away from you. I'm going to release your left mat for now. Hold of your foot, the ball of your foot strap, bring your leg super strong, just a couple. And then see if you can pull it into your body just there first. Your left hand out to a T-shirt. Allow your right side. Keep both, lift your hips. More of a stretch. Always left leg to the ground. Good. Then you'll bend your foot, walk, bent. It'll be about a 90 angle. Right on your knee, the other end, and your knee towards each other. To keep leg adjustment. Put your right down, and it on the mat. If you prefer, hold of your strap, knee bent, gap, table for you. In towards your body a little more straight or good. To that T-shape to the side. Go as far as your right down. It can help to, in this case, your hip, or more breaths, center, and then your left. Knee and go. Press a knee. All about the war with resistance. Every pose we do. Release the left leg down. Oh, and then that's what that is. So, yeah. Wondering, I don't. So you'll come kneeling position. Anjin, your right knee is right to the side. Back leg good there. Looking good. So the breeze there. Just press the knee. Engagement on as the back knee. Together. Engage. Press into the heel and then meet each other. Engage. Release. Into that low. You want your front knee out of line. You pull. And then you can begin to your front knee and straighten and bend and bend. Again, then from bring both to the inside, and then you're going to bring your chest up. Good, ladies. Your front knee. Don't let it towards the pinky. Press in the arm. The foot is in line with it. Then keep. From here, you're going to do is leg. Is now be high kneeling. Your knee are in one line. Heel in your back, front. Good. And perfect. So that's to see. This is going to be. So before we go too much into your front, press your knee, and then to bring your arms up, but really no hip wants to dip in. Let's not that dipping really without overcompensating and go the other way. Good. And then really pull shoulder blades away from one another. Good. One more breath. And relax your arms down by your sides. You can take your front knee so that you're high kneeling, and then sit on your heels and take a little break. One thing I wanted to work on that we'll do before the other side, because I forgot, is the shoulder rotation. So in a Warrior Two, your shoulders are actually rotated externally. What happens when I rotate my shoulders, though, externally is that my palms flip up. So I'm going to rotate my shoulders externally, but I'm going to pronate my forearms. So now I'm going to rotate from just the elbow so that my forearms, good. So let's go ahead and have arms out here and just practice that rotation. So rotate externally, palms up, internally, palms down. Make the motion from your shoulders. Externally up, internally down. Good. Do two more, just your natural rotation. And now see if you can rotate a little bit further. Bring your palms more towards the sides of the wall. Good. And then rotate them externally. See if the palms can face the back of the room. Good. And keep going. Just see how far you can rotate. Good. And one last time, rotate back and forth. And then relax your arms. Maybe give them a nice little shake there. Good. So that's the shoulders. And then we'll just practice with the forearms. So really making sure we're not moving the shoulders here. You're going to start from the elbows and rotate up and then down. So supinate, palms are up. Pronate, palms are down. Good. And go for two more times. Last one. Good. And then you'll come back to your high kneeling position with your lengthwise on your mat. And you'll make that 90-degree angle with your left foot in front now. So I like to start from that high kneeling because then we know this hip is in line. Good. So just check in with the hip. Make sure it's coming right down from your, or the leg, make sure it's coming right down from your hip. Knee is right over your ankle. And then press firmly into the front heel, the back knee. Notice what turns on. Then drag them towards each other. And notice how those muscles are actively working harder as they drag towards each other. So in this pose, when we're in a Warrior Two, you can release and engage, release and engage, release and engage. One more time, release and engage. Good. So then we'll come into Anjaneyasana, so you can move your front foot forward or your back knee back as you front lunge. Good. And then on your breath, you're going to inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, send your knee over your ankle. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, knee. And you'll continue a few more times. So in Warrior Two, as I was saying earlier, is that your heel and your knee are going to be dragging towards each other. So it's almost as if your mat would bunch up if you were actually moving your feet. And last time, straighten and bend. Come deep into your low lunge now. Good. Two more breaths. And then you'll come back to your 90-90. Hands on the inside of your left leg and lower your palms towards the mat. Good. And then from here, maybe you keep your palms on the mat, or maybe you come up onto fingertips as you're going to rotate your back knee so that your heel comes right behind your tush. Once you have that shape, check to make sure or make any adjustments to get your front knee or front heel in line with your back knee. And then find that engagement. Press into your front heel, press into your back knee, and pull them towards each other. Good. Your front knee, let's see if it's, or your front hip can be internally rotated towards the front of your body, but then you're going to twist your chest back to the front, and then arms can come out, your shoulders rotating upward, and your palms facing down. Good. And we'll hold for 2 more breaths. You can gaze over your front middle fingers. Then release your arms down. Good. Then you'll take your left knee to your right and sit down on your hips and just take a couple breaths here. One more breath. Good. You'll come back up to that high kneeling position. And then the 90-90, right foot in front. Good. Press into your front heel and your back knee. Really feel that engagement. And then from there, you're going to have both hands to the inside of your right foot and lean forward again, nice and parallel to the mat. Now from this position, you're going to allow your front foot to fall onto the knife edge side and just over your hip this way a little. You don't want to overdo it. If it's hurting, that means you're going too far, so just take it back a little. Just bring a little opening here, and then come back to your 90-90. You're going to prop yourself back up, and then press firmly into your front heel, your back knee, and pull them towards each other. Good. Then you can go ahead and take your right knee back to high kneeling. And we'll switch for the left. Left knee's right over your ankle. Press into your heel, press into your back knee, and pull them towards each other. And then both hands to the inside of your left leg. Bring palms towards the mat, nice and parallel, and then fall onto the knife edge side of your foot. Good. And then you come back to low lunge. And kneeling. And now maybe go ahead and curl your toes underneath your feet this time. And then you're going to sit back on your heels that way, and we'll stretch your toes just a little. If that doesn't feel good on the toes, then that's okay. But I do suggest doing this every once in a while if you can at home. Really stretching the balls of your feet, the arches, and your toes out. 2 more breaths. Good. Next, you're going to come into downward facing dog. So palms are going to be on the mat. And then you want to press into the pads of your fingers. So right below your fingers, press there and lift your hips up. Let's check on your downward dog spacing. So for downward dog, we should be able to easily come to upward dog or cobra pose without moving your feet. So on your next inhale, you're going to lift your hips high and roll towards a plank pose. And notice, did you have to adjust your feet or your hands? It's okay if you did. Then lower all the way down and come into Cobra pose. So you just press the tops of your feet and lift your chest. Yep, Cobra up dog, beautiful. And then from here, lower your chest down, tuck your toes under, and lift your hips. Now you're in downward facing dog, and this should be your distance. Good. From here, press firmly into your hands and lift your right leg long. Then bend your right knee and open your hip up towards the sky. Now notice what happened with your shoulders and your chest. They want to open up. Allow them to stay straight. And go ahead and straighten your right leg and send it back down. And maybe you pedal your legs out a little. Good. Got a super slippery mat, so I'm going to come over here for this one. Good. And from here, you're going to lift your left leg long. And then bend your knee, open your hip. Again, check with your shoulders and your chest. Make sure they are facing the ground, not the side wall. And press equally into both hands as best you can. Last breath. And straighten your left leg. Send it down to the ground and pedal your legs out. Good. Then you're going to walk your feet up towards your hands to a forward fold. And side to side. You could always grab opposite elbows if that feels good. Good. Back to center. And inhale, rise. Good. All right. And exhale, arms by your sides and 2 deep breaths. Good. Come into now. Keep this close. So you're going to go up and palms each other. Then exhale pose. So send your hips in space. Knees right over your toes. Maybe you can help you. Then your next exhale forward. Now in. And then you're going to step into a warrior. Steps back. It's going to be a one leg, your leg. 9. Good. Your back hits so that you is right in the center of the middle toe. Good. Have that back to center. Right. Very strong. Calves. Your core is engaged. The tailbone hits the ground. Good. Let's do reverse. And now reach. Keep your legs behind your spine. Half bond. So we're a nice side of your wrist back to your warrior. From warrior front knee, reach forward. Have a block side of the floor. 2 more. And then you'll come back to with your right toes, and now heel your feet, arms, and take it in here now. Good. You're going to up and palm. Then X back and arms and forward. Now halfway. Lift. Now foot back. Warrior 2. So the back foot is in line with the front. Good. Towards the side. Press and imagine you're dragging towards each other. And check in with your core. Knitted rib, bone, opposed to arm. Good. Up. Back leg, bend. Feel separating and pose. You're going to reach forward, hip. To your left, really lengthen in your first, your hips all the way forward, sitting bones in this pose. Today, guys, this is bring to help you use your good. And let's take 2. Inhale, arms, hips back up, leg, edge. Good. Good. So you turn your front toe parallel with your other. One more time. Fold. Up, up. Good. Leg. Inhale. Lift. And bones bring them your body up. Front forward. Good. So you're still straight. Press back heel. Front hip. Your front knee pose. Way to get there. Already in left fold. Check in with your toe. If you need a big toe, good. You're going to spin knee to again, right foot, good. And keep straight to spin your hips to the front. Find that chest. Towards the press into your heel and knee together. Over your right fingers. More breath. And relax your arms. Front toes. Line once again. Your feet together. Good. And then you're just going to make your way to seated your mat with your legs out long. And once you get there, go ahead and shake your legs a little. Just release a little bit of that work we just did. Good. And now you're going to bend your knees a little more generously and take your hands to your knees. And then you'll take some knee circles around. So your toes are going to kind of lift with you. We'll go for about 5. 3, 4. I'm going to do 7 because I think I got started a little early. Good. And then go the other way. 5 times the other way. 2, 3. Good. 4 and 5. Nice. Then you can go ahead and stretch your legs back out long. And now you're going to go ahead and take your right foot into your left thigh. Good. And we're going to start with a forward fold. But this forward fold, I want you to have your hips be straight and level. So you're not going to come straight down on your leg. You're going to be kind of in the middle, almost like a seated wide leg. Good. So your hips are just staying neutral where they are. A gentle fold. This is a really great pose to increase flexibility. Maybe you can walk your hands out a little bit further. Good. Then you'll bring your hands back up towards your body. Another really great one for flexibility and releasing once we work so hard is to take your left hand now, same as your foot, and you're going to bring it to the outside. Grab your ankle, your foot, whatever you can reach. And then your right arm goes up and over, and just like your reverse warrior, this is a side opening pose. So we really want your rib cage to be open instead of collapsing and rounding forward fold. We want a nice side fold. Good. Two more breaths. Good, and then you're going to come back to center. Set your right hand down on the mat behind you as a kickstand, and then you're going to press into your hand and your front shin as you lift your hips, and maybe your arm goes overhead. A nice little gate pose. So it'll be your same as, yep, there you go. Very nice. Two more breaths. And then you'll come back to seated. And you're going to switch legs. Right leg out long, left foot to thigh. And keep your hips nice and where they are. Then you're going to fold forward. Good. Maybe you can take this a little bit further, or maybe you stay right where you're at. That's okay too. One more breath. And you'll come back, walk your hands back up towards center. Then you take your right hand to the outside of your ankle, your shin, or your foot, and your left arm up and over. Nice side body stretch. Feel that separation in your rib cage. A little arching in this pose is okay. Again, a really great one if you're working on flexibility. Two more breaths. Good. Then you're going to take your left hand back behind you as a kickstand and press into your hand and your front shin as you lift your hip. Slide. Yourself down. And both legs go out in front of you. You're going to make your way down to your back. So maybe you need to scoot forward on your mat. Feet planted, hands on your hamstrings. And then you're going to tuck your chin to your chest and round your spine as you slowly lower all the way down. Use the muscles of your you to your back. Good. Then from here, you're going to bring your legs into happy baby pose. And so grab onto your feet or your ankles if your feet aren't available. Now make sure that your tailbone and your shoulders are firmly rested on the mat. Good. And then maybe it feels good to rock a couple times side to side. Good. Now you'll come back to center. And you're going to release your right leg long. Keep a hold of your left. So notice how your left leg is on the outside of your body. It's on the outside of your rib cage. You want to keep your leg where it is. And grab the top of your left shin with both hands as you pull your leg towards your armpit. Good. Good. Now with your inhale, really press through your right heel to the back of the room and flex your toes towards your face. On your exhale, you're going to pull your left knee closer to your shoulder or your armpit. One more breath. Good. Now take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Supine twist. You're going to draw your left knee across your body and your left arm goes out to the T shape. Keep both shoulder blades on the mat. And maybe you like to twist your neck towards the left to bring in a full body twist. Two more breaths. Good. Now you come back to center. And back to happy baby pose. Grab your feet with both hands, tailbone on the mat. And instead of rocking this time, you're going to do the bow and arrow action of happy baby. So you bend your left knee generously and straighten your right knee as much as it goes. Then switch your feet. Right knee bends, left knee straightens. And switch. And switch. One more time, each leg, bend your left knee, straighten your right. And last time, bend your right knee, straighten your left. Then come back to your happy baby pose. Release your left leg down to the mat. Keep your right leg on the outside of your body as you grab a hold of the top of the shin and pull your leg in towards your shoulder. And your next exhale, you're going to press through your left heel. Good. So as you inhale, you're really lengthening your left side body. And as you exhale, you pull your right knee in towards your armpit. And now supine twist, left hand to the outside of your right knee, your knee across your body, and your right hand comes out to a T shape. You can look straight up if you have neck problems, or if you want to bring a full body twist, gaze over your right fingertips. Two more breaths. Good. Then you come back to your back to center, and you can plant both feet on the mat. And then maybe you walk your feet closer to your body just a little bit here. Good. And we're going to go for a passive bridge pose. So if you have your block close by, maybe you can take a hold of that. Good. You're going to inhale, lift your hips, and then once your hips are lifted, slide the block underneath your hips and just set your hips on that block. And maybe you'll release your palms by your sides, face up. And just bring a little relaxation here before we go to final Shavasana. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine your breath going to all the areas we worked so hard today, your hips and glutes, your upper and lower legs, your core and your shoulders. Good. Your next inhale, you're going to lift your hips back up. Remove the block out from under you. Lower your hips down. And then bring knees into chest. Pick up your head and you're going to squeeze it. Release everything out, long and wide, to final Shavasana. Legs are about mat distance. Arms are by your sides, palms face up. Allow your head and your feet to fall where they want. Breathe your natural breath. You're not changing it. And as your thoughts come in, allow them to drift away by focusing internally. And now I want you to imagine you're walking along a beach on a nice, warm spring day. You feel your feet sink into the sand with every step. And you feel the sand cover the tops of your feet, ever so slightly. You breathe in deeply and you smell the fresh sea air so strong. It's so strong that you can taste a little salt on your tongue. The sun is shining down upon you and you feel its rays warming your skin. You hear the waves washing to and from the shore. You continue walking down the beach. You feel the warm wind blow on your skin. You see the bright, brilliant blue sky above you. You hear the seagulls calling. And again, you breathe in a deep breath to smell that fresh sea air. Maybe you taste a little seaweed this time. Now you've found a nice, isolated area on the beach to lie down in the sand. And your body sinks into the sand and melts with every breath. You become so relaxed that you're now blanketed in sand ever so gently. And you allow the sun to just shine upon you and feed you its lovely vitamins and nutrients. And stay here to just receive the light of the sun a few moments. Now you begin to breathe in a little more deeply, a little more fully. You wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then when you're ready, you're going to roll onto one side, whichever side feels most open. And then from there, you're going to hug your knees in and just take a moment to be grateful for your strong, capable hips and legs. Be grateful for all the hard work they did today, all those little muscles you engaged. And then as you're ready, you're going to prop yourself to a comfortable seat. And Either come there with eyes closed or close your eyes after you've made it to seated. And next, you're going to inhale, arms overhead, palms meet. And reverse your palms facing out. Now on your exhale, very slowly, with intention, press the air around you away as your arms move down by your sides. And notice if any of your senses are ignited. Do you see, hear, taste, smell, or feel the air that your arms are moving through? This is your bubble space. Can you sense it? And then hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to guide you today. I honor and appreciate the light inside of you. Namaste. You're welcome. Good, good, good. Yes. Yeah, well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, here every Thursday.